Before we begin, I want to say two things. Number one, if you want your music to be featured here, all you gotta do is private message me on YouTube, and I am pretty much guaranteed to see it. Number two is we got 5 songs to go through today and one weird website, so let's start off with the first one, obviously. This track is called At Any Cost by Vengeance Z. Well, we're not even a minute in and I've already messed up. Vengeance Z is the name of the FA account. Grand Vision Studio is the name of the YouTube account. While that song was playing, I actually realized we've gone one song in and I didn't completely explain what this new content's about. Basically, I want to shout out musicians that are very talented but have little to no audience. So you send your tracks to me if you want them to be shouted out to a larger audience, and I'll play it. Most genres will be allowed, but I'm aiming more for a rock or metal demographic. But yeah, with that said and out of the way, I think we should go to that weird website that I was talking about. Basically, it's a free drum machine online that you can use, but it's got this weird twist. It's completely random sounds, but you can program it into a drum machine so that you can get it the way you want with these completely random sounds, if that makes sense. Here, I'll give you a bit of an example. So this is the infinite drum machine. Start playing. Okay, so what it does is it gives you these little circles on top of all these little dots. And what these little dots are is they're pre-recorded short sound samples, and then you can put them under these different categories, like air, scuba, clasp, plastic. I can read. So basically you can put these things on wherever you want on this grid. I say grid loosely. And there's a pre-recorded or pre-programmed drum track down here, and you just click play, and it'll use sounds inside those little bubbles to create a drum track. Some of them sound better than others. And if you don't like that, of course you can filter out sounds here. They've got a whole bunch of weird categories like food, drop, large, metal. Okay, let's go for that. That sounds appropriate. And then you can pre-program these little dots in here, or I guess you could program, they've already been pre-programmed, to further customize the sound. Like I said before, some sound better than others, but it's free, so what do you expect? And that was a look at the infinite drum track. So if you want to make a track using that stuff and then send it to me. It will definitely be featured because I see no reason why it shouldn't be. Our next song comes from Australia by an artist called Escape the Blue with an original metal song called Kingdom. And this sounds amazing. This guy only has 7 subscribers right now at the time of recording this, and he definitely deserves more. This next song is called Until the End of Time by Kevin Egger. And it kind of takes off on a, what I feel like is a Joe Satriani kind of vibe with a very long guitar solo kind of sound. You listen to it and tell me what you think it sounds like. I personally think it sounds more like Joe Satriani, or at least something he would have written. This next track comes from Nino Jovanovic. If I have butchered your name, please correct me in the comments. With a song that I love the title of, Original Metal Number 1. Simple, easy to remember. I like it. And it's got this grungy kind of guitar sound to it, so death metal fans are going to like this one. And this last song is just kind of shoehorned in here because I needed to pad the runtime a little bit. This is one of my older songs called Broken, so it may not be as good as some of my current work, but it's also the most aggressive song I've written, so I thought it fit well in this category.